welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. With jet sweep pass. Oh, better look out. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. He's got it inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a 3rd down situation, knowing exactly where the 1st down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass. Buys a little time. Throws into the middle of the field. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Finds his tight end. Just steamrolling the defense. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On the run, it's Locke. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football now. I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's nothing but green grass down the middle. Defense trying to take it back.
Those are hard for offensive linemen, and they get beat. We're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires left. Pulls it in. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop. Got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
They finally get him on the ground, and what a way for this offense to wrap up the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Direct snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Alabama pushing the tempo. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown!
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Carr. Working the middle, it's complete. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
It's a running room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Turning on the Jets. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Off the RPO. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Turning it on. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Here comes the heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for a huge play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Let's it fly. Got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
A nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3, and they'll mark it at the 12. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Steps away to find some room. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give from the gun. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a...
Intercepted in the first drive into the pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when...
Makes the catch. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Man, when that ball's tipped, you're thinking turnover or settle for a field goal. Nope, they got the first down.
And it's so frustrating because that's what you're trying to do, get deflections. You know, hit the quarterback, make bad things happen. They did a great job deflecting the football, but unfortunately the receiver still makes the play.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Moore will throw. Deflected near the end zone.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will score! Touchdown, Ducks! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. flushed out of the pocket. Oh, it's a nice grab, but he would have been much better off just to let that thing go out of bounds.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Alabama pushing the tempo. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. They'll make plays, so you've got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. 1st down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. Lowers those pads. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tide.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore to the air. The short hands, it's Hughes. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with...
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Got enough space, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Moore will throw. Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's loose. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Going up top again. He's going up top. Snags it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Alabama quickly back to the line. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll immediately call timeout. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To throw, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Ready to put a book to it to start the 2nd half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Moore to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they're throwing this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab, it's Williams. Rigs a tackle, and he's got room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the option. He'll toss it. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give and tick, 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 tick. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Alabama.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
Throws for the tight end. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
A great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practiced this all week.